It is the 13th of November 1939 and a big day in the history of the Second World War. First of all, General Gamelin, the Commander-in-Chief of the French Army, issues his Directive Number 8. It's actually an amendment. Initially, as you'll remember, the German plan is to advance through the Low Countries to invade France. And as a result, the British Expeditionary Force and the French army in the north have decided to enter Belgian territory to meet the Germans there. This has three benefits. By approaching the River Dyle in Belgium, that shortens the front line. That condenses the Allied forces into a much smaller area, which increases their communication ability and firepower. The front line along the River Dyle is between the Scheldt estuary on the coast on one side and the mighty River Meuse on the other. And by heading into Belgium, the 22 divisions of the Belgian army will join the front line. And remarkably, on this day, two of the first of their kinds occur. In the Shetland Islands in the far north of Scotland, the very first German bombs land on British soil. The German bombers are attempting to hit a small number of naval vessels anchored in the Shetlands. However, they miss entirely. There's no casualties, except for a couple of bombs which land and kill two rabbits. And in a sinister turn, naval warfare has become a lot more difficult for the British because the Germans have started to deploy magnetic operated sea mines. These mines are dropped in the water by U-boats or seaplanes, and when a large electromagnetic field, for example a warship, sails somewhere above it, the little needle, just like in a compass if you're trying to navigate, it swings towards the metal object, detonating the mine. And these are going to play a huge role in the next week or so before, cunningly, and you'll have to tune in for this, the British have a response. But today, the first British destroyer to be sunk by a mine is HMS Blanche. Blanche means white or pure, and Blanche has been used 10 times previously for ship names in the Royal Navy. HMS Blanche is lost on a mine and is the first of 132 destroyers that will be lost in the Second World War.